Hey there friends, quick word from Editor Will before we get into the video. This is one of my favorite ones that I've produced so far in terms of the information and the content. It was very inspired. But unfortunately, in Wales today, it heckin' windy, so the sound quality is not the best. But I put the subtitles on as always. I hope you enjoy. Good morning, my friends. Will here, and today I want to talk to you about a dangerous trap that you might be in right now that you don't even know about. A trap we are programmed from birth to fall into, but one that you can leave at any time. There are no bars on this prison, and it is just a game of awareness. And that trap is one that a friend of mine recently fell into. So someone just reached out to me recently to say, Will, I am sad. They know I like to work with the mind and the subconscious. So they reached out and they said, Will, how can I change this behavior? How can I change this feeling? Because I am sad. So, wanting to help, I said, well, what made you being aware of being sad? What caused you to experience sadness? And they looked at me almost confused and said, well, I don't know. I'm just sad. I just don't feel right. And right there is the trap. The trap is identification with the emotion. Because the truth is, you are not the emotion. You are the consciousness that is aware of the emotion. And although that might sound like a big concept, it's very practical. And here's how you can apply it. When you feel sad, we'll say, or if you feel fear, fear's a great one to explain. When you feel fear, you are experiencing the body shifting into a sympathetic nervous system. So it will downregulate all of your higher faculties and it will upregulate your neurotransmitters of cortisol. I think epinephrine is the other one. But regardless, the body releases the chemicals. You then experience that as fear. Now, in that position, most people will say, I am afraid. I feel fear. But what you're doing there is you're identifying with the emotion. And that causes all manner of problems because what we identify with is our state, is what we become. What we identify with chronically and habitually determines our life. So what we can do instead is say, I am experiencing the emotion of fear. It's a small change, but I am experiencing it, but I am not identifying with it. I am still perfect. I am still whole and perfect. I am uncritical, unbiased, unconditioned consciousness experiencing this. Now, of course, nobody says it like that in the moment. But the way I see this play out and the way I do this myself is I just remind myself I'm feeling a fear. I'm feeling sadness. I typically do this with the negative emotions because, although we are not the positive emotions either, most people don't have a problem identifying with being happy. It's really just the negative ones, or the ones we perceive as negative, because in truth, there's nothing good or bad. So how do you do this? How do you use this to actually help you and improve your life? The next time you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed or sad, or you are anticipating a post, let's say, not doing very well, or you're waiting for a review at work and you experience that nervousness, you can simply remind yourself that the vehicle of your body is producing an emotion. It's producing that emotion as an indicator of the state that you are occupying. Now, normally what will happen is we'll have thoughts. Those thoughts then will cause the emotion. The emotion is an indicator. So we should never suppress it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's simply an indicator of what state you're in. Now, you can use that to say, I am experiencing fear, or doubt, or hesitation, or I am experiencing an unwanted emotion right now. There's nothing wrong with me. And that's the thing, right? Most people will say, I'm sad, therefore I'm not happy, therefore I'm not good enough to be happy. And so the game is played. You are perfect as you are. You require nothing. But when we say, I am experiencing sadness, and we sit with that for just a moment, the message is heard. The message has been delivered. You can now choose again. So let's say you're feeling fear. You're DMing a client, let's say, and you're waiting for a response, or you just pitched somebody and you're waiting for them to say yes or no. In that moment, you might be feeling the excitement, nervousness, emotion, depending on the intensity. It's one or the other, right? You can say, the unconditioned I am, the consciousness that you are experiencing nervousness. This doesn't mean anything about me. And it's telling me that the state I'm in is one of nervousness or excitement. That's data, right? That's just data that you can use. Now, what in this moment do I want to choose instead? I'm going to shift into confidence. I'm going to shift into neutrality. I'm going to shift into being good with and good without. And you will notice the emotion leave you because the message has been delivered, right? You've been made aware of the state you're in, and now you can choose again. This is, of course, easier said than done, but with practice and awareness, you can really develop an emotional mastery over your state. You know, a lot of people talk about emotional intelligence, not understanding what it truly is. It is simply being aware of your emotions, understanding them for what they are, which is not you. You're not identifying with them. You are simply experiencing them. Your body is experiencing hunger. Your body may experience hunger, but that doesn't mean that you are always hungry. You are just experiencing hunger. Same with fear, same with sadness, same with doubt. You're not a sad person. You're a person experiencing sadness. You're not a joyful person. You are a person experiencing joy. You can identify with whatever state you want. And the one you do habitually, the state that you occupy, the identity that you assume, will be the life you experience, because you can view these as lenses. Your state is the lens through which you see your version of reality. And that, my friends, is the identification trap. Do not identify with what you do not want if you do not want to experience it. So with that said, my friends, as always, have a wonderful day. Choose heroic states, identify with heroic feelings, and live a heroic life. Have a great day.